Welcome back. I'm Frances Schultz. Okay, where can you find an animatronic dinosaur, see Cinderella getting married, and soar over the Golden Gate Bridge? It's all happening in Orlando, Florida, as Disney marks its 50th anniversary.
The Happiest Celebration on Earth is the biggest celebration we've ever done at the Walt Disney Company. It is in honor of 50 years of theme park magic. We've got California celebrating 50 years, and here in Florida, what we've done to celebrate the Happiest Celebration on Earth is we've imported attractions from around the world, because we know most people won't get a chance to go to Tokyo Disneyland or to Disneyland Paris. So if they come to Walt Disney World, they can see some of the best attractions and shows from those other countries here at Walt Disney World during the celebration. Cinderellabration is from Tokyo Disneyland. It is a beautiful stage show that features the story after the movie. It is the coronation moment when Cinderella actually becomes a princess. It features beautiful costumes, wonderful music, and just exquisite pageantry, and it happens every day in front of our Cinderella Castle here at the Magic Kingdom. Because Cinderella's castle is our icon, we have gilded the castle with beautiful gold ornamentation. One of the most unique features that we've added is this giant, almost like a looking glass or a magic mirror. And as you look at that, you see the 5 castles from around the world, from Tokyo, from Paris, from Hong Kong, from California, and here from Walt Disney World.
Bringing the show from Tokyo Disneyland over here to Walt Disney World was a unique challenge in that the Japanese audience is slightly different than the American audience. The Japanese audience has a slightly slower way of telling stories, and so we needed to pick up the storytelling just a little bit and kind of get to the point of our show a little quicker. Well, you know, I think that the choreography, our guest experience, takes full advantage of the lushness of the costumes, the movement that the costumes create. Our choreography really enhances the flow of the show.
When you're doing a show that has choreography, you want to think about the kind of dancing that the dancers will be performing and make sure that the fabrics are light enough to spin, but not too light to fly away. All of our gowns are made of fabulous fabrics that we gather from all over the world. Many of them have been adorned with hand-beaded pearls and hand-beaded stones. Cinderella's gown is a one-of-a-kind. Just for this coronation, over 100,000 hours of work in our workrooms went into the 125 gowns and courtier costumes and prince costumes that went into this show. We are touching Cinderella's train right now. And then a second little item we have of Cinderella's that she was kind enough to let us borrow for just a couple of seconds. Out of the vault, as we say, this is Cinderella's coronation jewelry. She has hundreds of stones in this necklace and earrings.
You know, I think it's a very special quality that you find in a Cinderella, and I think what's special about our show is that Cinderella herself actually shares the words that inside each one of us is a princess or a prince.
Soarin' is our newest attraction at Epcot, and it's an exhilarating flight over the state of California. When you walk into the Land Pavilion, you see the Soarin' marquee, and as you pass underneath the marquee, you're in a space that is reminiscent of an airport. So we really wanted you to feel like you're about to go on this great journey, and this is your point of departure.
It takes the technology of an IMAX movie, but then imagine you're almost on like a chairlift, a ski chairlift, and it lifts you up into the IMAX dome. So you literally have the feeling of a flight, of hang gliding. As this movie surrounds you, you are just immersed in the visual effects and the sights, the sounds, and the smells of the state of California.
If you're afraid of heights, you might want to avoid Soarin', although my experience is once you get lifted up into place and you're surrounded by the scenery, you really lose track and lose sight of how high up you are. You become immersed in that world.
Yes, there are a lot of people here today, Lucky. A lot of people.
Lucky the Dinosaur is the first free-roaming audio animatronic creature created by Walt Disney Imagineering. And we are so thrilled that he is here as part of the happiest celebration on Earth. Lucky is 9 feet tall. He is 12 feet from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. And he walks about 3 feet every step he takes. He weighs 1,200 pounds, and he's growing. People can come up and interact with him.
He said, "How do you do?"
He roars when he sees something interesting. He sniffs at things.
Oh, well.
Certainly the children are fascinated by him, try to figure out exactly what sort of dinosaur he is, which is still a mystery. But adults love him too. He's just adorable.
Yes.
One of the most exciting things about Disney is we use technology to tell a story. It's not technology for technology's sake. It is a storytelling tool that we want people to say, wow, how did they do that? How did they make that happen? But at the same time, really be touched by the emotion and just be amazed.